Throughout her political career, Hillary Clinton has fought for human rights. Clinton has led the fight for equality for women and the LGBT community. She has worked towards giving healthcare to our heroes both home and abroad. She has also worked to get healthcare to children who could not afford it for themselves. Clinton knows what's wrong with our country, and she'll work hard to ensure that all Americans share equal human rights. As the first woman in the Oval Office, Hillary Clinton will actually make America great again.
Welcome to the Generic Morning Show. I'm your generic host, Generic Host. With me today is a special guest, Hillary Clinton. Welcome, Hillary. Congratulations on your recent primary victory.
Thank you. We're very excited and ready to take on Trump.
We have been informed that you have made a selection for your running mate and have brought your VP choice with you today.
Yes, I am proud to introduce Michelle Obama as my running mate.
Welcome, Michelle. How do you feel about possibly working in the White House for another 8 years?
I'm very excited that I can continue working on Reach Higher.
Together, we can make sure that every American has the ability to attain higher education.
Since Malia is going to college soon, I have been thinking about how difficult it is to navigate the process. With Reach Higher, we can inform everyone on how to get an affordable higher education.
See, Bernie supporters, we care about young people too.
Well, for the past 8 years, I've been working to reduce childhood obesity and help children, both here and abroad, receive a better education.
Well, I've also been working a lot in my political career to help young kids.
Thanks, ladies. That's enough of that. Hillary, could you tell us why you decided on Michelle as your running mate? You don't seem to get along very well.
Well, both of us have been first ladies, and I think that together we can make a huge impact on how the nation is run. Also, our goals are both the same as mothers. We want to help parents get their children through school and into the workforce so they are prepared to have families of their own.
And Michelle, why did you decide to run with Hillary Clinton?
I want to help kids so they can make a better life for themselves. I believe that I can do this better as vice president than I could as first lady.
Great. Thank you very much for coming, ladies. Good luck in the coming months with your campaigning. That's all we have right now. Later, we'll look at a story about a parrot and his hula hoop.
You loved him as your first African-American president, and now, with Hillary Clinton as the first woman president, you'll get him again in the Supreme Court, making major decisions that affect everyone. He has many vague views on the nation's most pressing issues. This makes him the perfect candidate for the Supreme Court. This lawyer from Illinois will make a great addition to the Supreme Court, providing a level of diversity to the bench. To help protect a woman's right to privacy and make sure this powerhouse past president becomes your next Supreme Court judge, vote yes for Hillary. Paid in full by Planned Parenthood.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for a special interview on Last Week Tonight. As you know, the presidential race is well underway, so tonight, please welcome our special guest, Secretary Hillary Clinton. Welcome, Hillary, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Well, thanks for having me, John.
Now, I know you're very busy with the whole running for president thing and all, but I wanted to take some time to talk to you, especially about access to bathrooms for transgender people, since it's been in the news a lot fairly recently.
Well, I'm really against all of these recent laws that have been preventing transgender people from using the bathroom for their gender identity with, these are just basic human rights that need to be protected.
So then why do you think the recent laws in North Carolina and Alabama have been passed?
From the right, we see a lot of officials who don't believe that being transgender is a real thing, claiming that these laws are just preventing things like old men from going into bathrooms with little girls, but that isn't something we actually see happening. However, in the Senate, I fought for LGBT, non-discriminatory laws in the workplace and for hate crime legislation, hoping to prevent these laws. I even had this picture made.
But why hasn't it helped? If you fought for laws to prevent discrimination, why are there so many laws that allow discrimination against trans people?
Well, I don't really have an answer for you, John. Well, I've been working both as a senator and as Secretary of State to ensure the rights of the LGBT community. There have been other people working against me. From my work, though, transgender people can now put their true gender identity on their passports.
But Hillary, in North Carolina and Alabama and other states, people can still be fined for using the bathroom with a different gender than the one on their birth certificate. Do you plan on doing something about that?
Of course I do. I won't allow this blatant discrimination to continue when I become president. Haha. I am going to work with Congress to ensure the passage of the Equality Act so that people can't be discriminated against on the basis of their gender identity. Along with this, we need to educate the public and especially police forces to reduce biases against transgender people and help keep them safe.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you, Secretary Hillary Clinton. And until next week, this was Last Week Tonight.
Do you want a president who wants to make it easy to kill our children? One who will let anyone have unlimited access to deadly weapons to do whatever they want with them? Because that's what Donald Trump would let happen.
People have the right to bear arms. It's right there in the Second Amendment.
Donald Trump wants any law-abiding American to be able to buy a gun. Plain and simple.
There are too many restrictions for people who try to buy guns, which mostly hurt the, law-abiding people trying to get them. Criminals aren't trying to get around the background checks. They'll just steal the guns from to get them or from their family and friends.
But fewer restrictions on guns means more of them on the streets and more people being shot. If we don't close the loopholes, more criminals will have access to those dangerous weapons just because there were more of them out there, even in our schools.
I'm going to get rid of the gun-free zones on schools. My first day in office, that law will get signed.
We can't risk a Donald Trump presidency. Not when the lives of our children are on the line.